Steven Segura.
So you please bear with my face for a little longer. But good evening, everyone. I am Steven. I am one of the participants for the Grassroots Peacebuilding Mentors Training next week, and I am from SAA Philippines. I was told to give the testimony earlier, way early, but I don't know what to say. Fortunately, Ned and Gabs helped me formulate my testimony through our closing ceremony earlier. So I have this with me. Before going to MPI, I have been working in SAA with forming young leaders, forming the youth into student leaders that can affect change in their communities. We did in schools and universities where we can enter and penetrate as an organization. Which is why joining this peace training, I was thinking that I was someone that shouldn't be here. Because I was imagining that the participants would mostly be involved in the peace process, in conflict resolution, in mediation, in negotiation. And I think I was right that many are involved. But my class from Paulo and Gab last week made me realize that peace building is not just the work of those who resolve conflict, but it's also the work of those who advocate for peace and to educate and instill cultures of peace, even in areas with seemingly no conflict. And that is one of the takeaways that I really treasure from my first week. And this week, Ned and Gabs gave us this little thing, this little format that we have as our toolkit for our peace building work. And it made me realize, it made us realize that we have the tools and the resources available at hand. And we just didn't realize that they are powerful tools and resources even in peace building. My experience in the first 2 weeks made me integrate my concern for the environment, my advocacy for youth empowerment, and my life trying to live a life of peace into one whole picture. And I think that is something that I will take home dearly. I would just like to share the takeaways that I got to close this message, because there are 4 strong messages that I think I got in the past 2 weeks. And one is that we should believe that peace is not something abstract, not something impossible that we are just aiming for but we could never reach. We should believe that we can attain peace, although it is a very long and enduring process. So we should believe that peace is real, and it is something that we should strive for. And another is, in our work, in our peace work, it is very important to know our why, to know the reason why we do this work. Because the tools that we learn, the materials that we got, can only get us so far. But if we lose our purpose, our peace work would mean nothing. Having all the tools would mean nothing. Without understanding why we are working for this and why we are trying to pave the way towards peace. And lastly, I think one more impactful thing that I got from this is, in advocating and in communicating our life, our desire for peace, we should make our language impactful, not for ourselves, but for the people that we are sending the message to. And that is something that I think I am guilty of sometimes. I like sending messages that are impactful for me without checking if it's impactful for someone else. That is why I would like to, again, thank the MPI for giving me this opportunity also to undergo this training. For all the facilitators, especially those that I've been with Paulo for 1 week, with Ned for 1 week, with Gabs for 2 weeks, and our assistant, Rai, for 2 weeks also. So I'm very glad that I had this opportunity, and I'm very eager to let this opportunity bear fruit. I hope and I wish that I can pay it forward whenever I go back to my organization. So once again, thank you very much for being with me for the past 2 weeks.